Hey, everybody, and welcome back to So Confused with Britt Miller. I am excited about today's episode because I wanted to kind of explain to everyone how and why I started this podcast. This podcast is I wanted it to be a safe place where we can actually have real conversations with real people talking about real issues that piss us off. So when life gets hard, sometimes you feel like you're alone and there's no one else feeling the same way that you feel. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I started the podcast. But my main catalyst to starting my main spark, let's use that word spark, to starting this podcast was I looked around and I said, what is going on here? So, when all those layoffs were happening, and we were told to just pretend as if nothing was happening around you when everything was hush hush and in secret. But people were really hurting. People were disappearing from org charts, whole teams gone with no explanation where who would do that work. What happened? So I was mad. So this podcast was created not out of fear, but it was created out of anger because people were receiving text messages that then told them to go and check their email. Oh, by the way, you knew that the text messages were coming, but you didn't know if your name was on the list. So everybody's on pins and needles, just waiting to see if you get the text message. So you wake up, you get a text message that tells you to check your email, that tells you if your life is going to change or not, that will tell you if you've been saving properly, if you would have what your kids needed, you know? So I was angry. I wasn't scared about losing my role. For a matter of fact, I didn't. I resigned. But it made me so angry that I found myself just kind of always, anybody I talked to, I was like, did you see what happened? And I realized that maybe I needed to do more. Maybe I needed to create a podcast, right? Maybe I needed to start speaking up. Maybe I needed to include my voice in the battle. Now let's be honest. We know that all this is political. These decisions are being made in rooms that don't even include us, that we have never been included in. Budgets are being cut, but profits are increasing. And this isn't random. It's not neutral. It's just business. And it's wrong. And it's political. And it has a lot to do with what we're seeing in Washington, D.C. right now. It's mentally taxing for all of us. We have no space to be innovators. We have no space to be creative because we're worried about what's happening in the world now. And if you're mad, like I'm mad, if you're confused, like I'm confused, then I hope this podcast will be a place where you can come and you can say, yeah, I'm confused too, Britt. I had that same question and nobody was saying it. Everybody was writing these really nice little messages. Everybody was thanking their last manager and their team and how much they had learned. They were still trying to get a trophy while they were being kicked out the door. And those of us still in the office weren't saying anything. You couldn't say anything. It just felt weird. It felt wrong. It felt like somebody was messing with your mind. So much of this is out of our control. I just want to say that you are brilliant and you can be loyal and you can be the glue that holds the team together. And your name can be on that list. It's wrong. I saw some brilliant, amazing people just gone, just gone. So that's why I started So Confused with Britt Miller, because I needed space to tell the truth. I needed space to breathe. I needed space to spend some time with you. So all of this doesn't make sense to you without feeling dramatic or being ungrateful. We still need that space. So I hope you join me on this journey. I hope we can have some really compelling conversations. I know I will. And we're going to figure this out together. We're going to fight this thing together, one episode at a time. So thank you so much for listening. I hope this explained why I started So Confused and I didn't rant, but let's do this thing together. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you and I hope you join my next episode. Take care. Share, follow. Have a great day. Be kind, Americans. So confused.